Over the last couple months, I've made $492 every single day selling a very simple info product. And in this video, I'm going to show you the marketing, the funnel, and the entire sales process behind it. So if you're a growth operator, you can use this for yourself, or even if you want to launch your own info product, you can take this exact system and use it for your own business. The info product course industry is growing at a very rapid rate, so you might as well get a piece of the pie before it's too late. So after watching this video, you should understand the three-step funnel that I use that's very simple, but also very effective, and be able to use it for your own business and pretty much plug it in anywhere to generate more money for an info product. So I made an entire visual of the three-step funnel. So without further ado, we're gonna go to my laptop. I'm gonna break down the entire thing for you. All right, so here's the outline of the three-step funnel that I use to make $492 per day selling this info product. Now, before we dive into that, here's a look at some of the numbers. So here's two processors. This is around 11.3K worth. And then we had a few other payments on like PayPal, Zelle. So didn't show the screenshots there, but you're just gonna have to trust me. And then here is a breakdown from my spreadsheet. And 14.7K for the month of March. You divide that by 30 days, it is $492 per day on average. So now that I showed you that, let's dive into the actual fun stuff. The three-step funnel that I use to actually be able to do this for this info product. Now, keep in mind, with this info product, we don't really have a big personal brand. It's nothing crazy. So this is a very simple but effective funnel that you can use if you are a coach that, or maybe you're a person that has a skill that you can sell, right, in some form of info product form. Or even if you're an operator working with someone that you know that can sell something, right? So step one is going to be lead flow, right? And my source for leads with this funnel is Meta Ads. This is pretty much a completely cold funnel, right? All of these leads are coming in very cold. And this offer for this info product is a sneaker reselling coaching offer, right? So this is kind of what the ads look like, right? It's very simple video ads that direct people to a free Discord. And in order to join that free Discord, they need to put in their info, their name, email, and phone number so we can actually contact them. And that's going to lead into step two. But here's a look at what the ads look like. And pretty much all these ads are doing is they are calling out certain pain points, certain things that my ideal customer wants to hit, right? So obviously, I've been doing this for a while. I know about what the ideal customer is for this offer, right? So I'm able to call that out directly in my ads and hit their pain points, hit their desires so that they actually click this and join what we are offering for free and put in their info to get it. And as you can see, it works very well because our cost per result, even for an opt-in for Inner Circle, it's not showing here, but our cost per result is under $2 on every single ad. So we are not paying high prices for these customers. Now, obviously, you're going to get customers that, you're going to get leads come in that, aren't really competent or maybe aren't qualified, but you just have to do a good job of filtering those people out. And I'm going to talk about that in step two, right? So all these ads, besides the opt-in to apply, the opt-in to apply is pretty much retargeting all the people that come across the free Discord. So everyone that's already in the free Discord will get retargeted to actually apply for the program. But then the other two ads are just simply stuff like this that has them join the free Discord, right? So that is how I am gathering leads, right? This is pretty much a machine that when I up the spend, this was the last 30 days, we spent 1,300. We are going to continue to up this considering, as you can see, we have a very good ROAS. So this is pretty much a machine that I just have that is bringing me in leads, right? We're not really focusing on organic content here. You might have organic content that might be different, but this is just simply cold traffic. And step two is really how we actually turn this cold traffic into making the leads trust us, right? So step two is lead nurture. This is going to be consisting of free value, speed to lead, email campaign, and live events. So taking a look at the three things I have here, I'm actually going to start off with this. This is our sheet, pretty much our CRM that we use to track all these leads. So every time a lead comes in, obviously I'm not showing their phone number, email, and name, but the source from where they come in, whether it's Instagram, whether it's cold, whether they're actually applying, it is all marked in here, and this is fully automated, right? So when they come in here, and then our setter or myself will reach out and contact them. This is speed to lead. So every time someone comes in, it pops up in the sheet. and we hit them within the first like 5 to 10 minutes of them coming in, obviously, unless it's overnight. So we're contacting them and sending them some free stuff, right? And also engaging in conversation. Then from there, we mark if they replied. From there, we get on setting calls possibly. I'm going to get into the actual sales process then. So, but everything is marked in the sheet. And when they opt in, they immediately get to join this free Discord. Now, this free Discord has free release guides, free chats, free guides, all that sort of stuff. So that free value component is coming into play super heavily here, right? Now, what we're also doing, you saw me mention live events, is every like 2 to 3 weeks, we are doing live calls, pretty much webinars inside of this free Discord. So, for example, one that I have coming up is I'm doing a live call with one of my inner circle, the people in the program, and they're going to be talking about their experience in front of probably 50 to 100 people inside of this free Discord, right? So that's just an example of what we do. Now, also in this section, in the free Discord, there is a place where they can look inside the inner circle. They can look at testimonials. They can get a breakdown of what it is. They can see live wins come in from inside of the actual mentorship. So what they have a chance to do here is right here, as you can see, they can apply to the program, right? So they can apply, and that's where you'll see people come in here where it's the smaller text and it's like apply directly and it says yes. And again, the speed to lead, the setter is reaching out right away to get on that setting call with them and see if there's someone that's qualified. Now, an extra thing that we're doing in the lead nurture process is every single day I will send out emails, right, with good copy that are pushing applications, that are pushing, like as you can see, 3 days out from the live call. I'm pretty much just showing marketing inner circle to them to, as you can see, there's over 5,000 people receiving these emails, and they'll click and apply for stuff. They'll click to join the free Discord. They'll click and see testimonials, all that sort of stuff. So between these three things, as you can see, we are marketing the shit out of these people, and also just building trust, right? That's the biggest thing, because these leads are coming in completely cold, right? So what we need to do and what this system does is build as much trust and rapport with these leads to turn them into customers as fast as possible. You can look at my past videos, but I've had people opt into the free Discord and then 2 days from then become a $2,000 customer, right? It's just all about speed to lead and then nurturing them and building trust with them as quick as possible. That gets into step 3, right? And step 3 is going to be the sales operations and the actual sales process to be able to do this. Now, what this consists of is appointment setting, a pre-call process, downsells, and closing, right? So this is kind of what the sales process looks like. Number 1 is going to be lead filtering. When the setter reaches out to all these people, he's going to find out very quickly who's competent, who's qualified, and who's not, right? So from there, the people that are actually competent and potentially qualified for the program, he's going to get on a setting call with them, right? And on that setting call, he's going to look for a couple different things. He's going to look for if they have money. He's going to look for if they're committed. And he's going to look for some pain points and desires that they want to reach. If those align with what the mentorship or the offer is, then he is going to pretty much book them in on a sales call. If maybe they align, but the person doesn't have that much money, he's going to downsell them on one of our lower ticket products, right? So you always want to have a few downsells within your offer, because you want to be able to hit the leads that maybe don't have quite enough money or are qualified for your high ticket option, but they are great fit for something like a downsell, where eventually as they get more money, they can upsell in the future, right? So downsell is one option. The other option is going to be the sales call, obviously. Now, before the sales call, so let's say the person's qualified, they're going to book them in on a sales call. Once that sales call is booked, something that needs to get done before the actual sales call is the pre-call process. This right here, I call really the most important thing when it comes to the sales ops step, which is step 3 of this funnel, the last and final step. What that looks like is this. If you have a closer, or if it's just an owner, you will make a group chat with that closer owner and the lead, right? Because whoever they're talking to on that sales call, if it's you, obviously you're just going to text them back and forth. But whoever they're talking with, you want them to get familiar with them before the actual sales call. So you make the group chat, or if it's just you, you're just texting them back and forth. You mark them as a contact, right? Now, next step is going to be sending them and you talk about this on the setting call, is you're going to send them a VSL to watch before the call. Now, this isn't going to be your standard sit down talking head VSL. This is going to be a VSL that consists of value, it consists of testimonials, and it consists of a system to actually pre-sell them before the actual sales call. Now, I'll probably do a video breaking down how to create a VSL like this, but we have around a 25-minute one for this offer. And it pretty much, like I said, it provides a lot of value. It shows social proof and it shows testimonials. The purpose of this is to pretty much get rid of any objections that they have before the call. Because again, these are cold leads. So you want to get rid of any objections. So for us, for example, we show people that we've helped that have had a full-time job. We show people that we've helped that have been in school. And at the end of the VSL, we talk about how don't show up to this call if you aren't ready to make a decision on the call, if you aren't in a quiet place. So it is pretty much just dialing them in to be a perfect fit on this call. Now, once they watch that, you want to check in with them, get them to watch that as soon as possible. Then you can send them another thing to watch, and this will be a similar testimonial video to watch before the call. What I mean by this is, let's say the lead is a college student that wants to make more money. Send them a testimonial if you have one, obviously. If not, you're going to just have to use social proof or not do this step. But send them a testimonial of someone that you've worked with that had success while in school, right? So they could be like, oh, if he could do it, I can do it, right? Then the next thing is obviously daily check-ins. You don't ever want to book a call for Saturday on Thursday and not text them until Saturday. That is a recipe for disaster. You'll probably get a no-show and they're probably not going to close. So daily check-ins, and then on the day of the call, you want to do the manual call reminder. And if you do that properly, the sales call should be pretty much just collecting their credit card information, right? So that is step 3. That is the 3-step process. Now, like I said, this is for a secret reselling offer, but this system can be used for any single offer. And like I said in the beginning, you do not need some big personal brand built up. Like, this is the Instagram that we run this. It's simply just a sneaker reselling business page that my brother mainly runs. My brother's kind of like the creator in this sense. He just does business on this page. We just use this page strictly to run ads through it, right? So like I was saying, guys, you can do this if you are someone that has a skill or something that they can sell. You can do this. If you are an operator, a growth operator trying to kind of work with someone, you can install this system for them. This is a very simple but basic 3-step funnel that really does work. And I am living proof that this works. I'm not super smart or anything like that. This is very simple. So if you are someone that has the potential to sell something, an info product or a digital product mentorship, something like that, and you need help installing this system, there's a Calendly link in the description of this video where you could book a call with me and I can see if I can kind of help plug this in for you. Or if you're a growth operator that needs help installing the system, maybe in another business, again, you could book a call as well and I'll kind of help you do that. Like I said, I don't have anything to sell you. This is completely free. But yeah, if you took any value from this video or learned something, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, it'll help me out. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, or I also put my Instagram in the description as well, so you can DM me and hit me up there and I'll always respond. So peace out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you guys in the next video.